All AI and tech stocks got pummeled yesterday in Friday's trading session. We're going to talk about what happened, the reason that the AI stocks and tech stock sector just got crushed. You can see it right here. The NASDAQ down almost 1,200 points right there. Dow closed the Friday trading session down 695. What was the reason for this? And should you be worried about your tech and AI stocks? And that's really what we're going to talk about in this video. So I want to kind of jump into this and talk about the main reasons that we saw the market move down yesterday. And it was really this one. It was this number one, Strong's jobs data equals higher interest rate fears. What happened was the jobs report came out for May. It was much, much hotter and much higher than expected. There was a lot of jobs added, which historically is usually not a bad thing. It's usually viewed as good news. But investors interpret it as a sign that the Federal Reserve may need to keep rates higher for longer or even consider additional rate hikes. Okay, Treasury yields jumped, which is typically bad for high growth stocks such as AI stocks. And therein lies what happened. That is the reason you see it. You saw this. Now, you also had Broadcom's financial earnings call. And the problem with that was that Broadcom beat on its numbers. It met the numbers and saw them, what Wall Street was expecting, and actually beat them. But the issue was that there was commentary in that call about forward-looking numbers, and Broadcom would not issue guidance in the capacity of, hey, things are going to get better. We're going to see more. And that caused a lot of uncertainty in the overall market. You saw NVIDIA fell, AMD dropped 11 plus, Micron down. Why? And, so why the NASDAQ got hit so hard was, again, what we've talked about. This entire market rally that we've been seeing has been heavily concentrated in AI stocks. We all know that, right? It's all been heavily concentrated on that. So NVIDIA, Intel, Marvel, AMD, Broadcom, Micron, SK Hynix, so forth and so on. It all comes back to this interest rate cut scenario, and it all comes back to the fear and the uncertainty around what is going to happen with the Federal Reserve, because this jobs report was a curveball, if you will, but it was a curveball coupled with the Broadcom call, and now concern that is AI spending going to be as much as maybe we were expecting it right here. The most important takeaway is that the market suddenly started asking whether AI spending growth can justify current valuations. And I think that is at the heart of it. I personally believe, again, if you kind of go back to some of these numbers, and if you talk about the spending build out, it's simply going to happen. Right now, that number is going to come in at about $700 billion for 2026 by the end of this year. But that number is also expected to hit actually, I've seen the guidance raised now to over 5 trillion in AI data spending across the board, data center infrastructure build out, all this kind of stuff, hyperscalers, so forth and so on, to be about a $5 trillion number by 2030 and a $7 trillion number by 2033. I think we've got a major market overcorrection here that's played out in the market. I'm not really viewing it as a sign where I should be getting out of the market. It should be just kind of, say, okay, I'm done. That's not how I'm looking at it. Okay. But you have to understand and deal with the facts. And I think we've had a little bit of my personal opinion, we've had a overcorrection, if you will. And you can see it's happened across the board. Look up here in the right-hand corner. See how this is AMD, right? Okay, well, this is Dell. Look at the sell-off. This is Taiwan Semiconductor. Look at the sell-off right there where my mouse is moving. See that? That's right there. Micron, look at the sell-off right there, okay? Nebius Group, I mean, the same kind of deal. Massive red candle. We could look at other ones, NVIDIA, what have you. It's just a overall, again, a broad market sell-off that played out. And I'll bring you back to this number. The NASDAQ trading down 4% on Friday alone. The Dow not getting hit nearly as much. Obviously, we know the NASDAQ is tech heavy and all of that kind of stuff. I don't see an issue here, quite frankly. That's my opinion. I'm not selling any of my AI and tech stocks. I'm viewing it as an opportunity. Now, I'm going to watch and see what plays out this coming week because Monday is going to be very interesting. Okay. So the reason all the stocks plunged, I gave them to you. It was jobs report coupled with Broadcom And it could be coupled with the SpaceX IPO. We've got people maybe took it as an opportunity to liquidate and sell to get capital ready to again get into the SpaceX IPO. I'm hearing that narrative out there. Do I really think that was fundamentally one of the biggest? We saw the Nasdaq go down 4%. No, I don't think that's at the heart of it. So what comes next for AI stockholders? That's really the question. Okay. So for me, what comes next is I think we need to look and see what Monday and Tuesday's trading sessions will look like. Because I don't inherently see AI spending going away. I mean, it's simply not. AI is here. It is the next biggest wave. The demand on the government, business side, institutional side for the technology alone is, and then additionally on the retail side, you and I, the demand or the perceived demand from those manufacturers is that AI is here and AI is not going to go away. And now all of that infrastructure and all of that technology to deliver on that technology to you and I as individuals to put agentic AI agents on our phones and all those kind of different things which ultimately and to deploy it into all the e-commerce scenarios and to again leverage AI across the business world, all different facets of the different business sectors. That requires trillions of dollars to spend out. It simply hasn't changed. That has not changed, in my opinion. I'm sure somebody can come and say, well, this has changed, that's changed. And if you have a comment or a concern or you have an alternative position, drop it in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. I just don't see that has fundamentally changed overnight. It hasn't. I think what people are questioning maybe is valuations of stocks like Micron, SanDisk, NVIDIA, the valuations, the price to earning ratios. Maybe, okay, I think there's a dialogue there, which again, but companies are not going to stop making this technology. Demand is not going to instantly go away. That has not happened. Okay. So what comes next? I think we got to see what next week plays out and see how much of a fallout or if any, we're going to be dealing with on Monday and Tuesday. And then kind of see from there, because I'm viewing it as a buying opportunity. If we continue to see red down the road, as far as kind of prices continue to drop, like we saw, like right here, NVIDIA down 6%, Intel down 11%, Nebius down 12%, so forth and so on. If we continue to see red, that's going to be interesting. If you look over on the right-hand side, where my picture is, let me move that. Here's even other views on the right-hand side. You've got Alphabet. You got Alphabet was down, Nebius, Broadcom, one we've been talking about a little bit there, so forth. Okay, so yeah. I'm not too scared. I'm not too concerned. I'm going to be watching to see what the first part of this week plays out. But everything, I just gave you the reasons that all the stocks plunged, everything, why it played out the way it did. Okay. So before I let you go, look, if you want to help, if you want to know how to navigate, navigate tough times like we're just talking about, how'd you like to know when to buy and sell all of your crypto? And well, this is stocks. And I do have a crypto channel as well to buy and sell all your stocks. Look, this is an example. This is AMD. Right, AMD gave a sell alert before. You see in the upper right hand corner. See how this moved down dramatically. See how this moved down. So the software gave a sell alert. So if you had owned AMD and you're like, okay, it said it's time to sell because it's starting to move down. And see how that move down happened before that sell alert was actually issued way before the move down happened, and you would have minimized those losses. I mean, so this is where the sell alert happened right there, and then we saw a 12% move down. Okay, so will we continue to see it? I'm not buying any more AMD until my software tells me to do it, because that's what it does. It tells you to go buy, sell. In 65 days, it gave 174 positive return on investment. It gave that much profit to people who are already using the software. Okay, you want to see an example? Dell, here's another one. This is a buy alert to a sell alert in 12 days, 92%. Okay, this was Taiwan Semiconductor. Gave a sell alert. You can see it right there. Okay. So it was time to sell and get out of TSM. Now, is this a long-term get out, stay out forever? No, you can see it working right here. Like, look, look at this from here, from buy to a sell, 69 days, 29%. Then that sell alert went all the way down to here. In 32 days, it said basically sell. Don't buy any more Taiwan. Waiting for the buy alert to trigger again, down 14%. Buy alert came in right here. So buy to that sell right there in 66 days, 30% on TSM. Micron, same deal. Buy here, buy, sell, 64 days, 242%. $1,000 bought here and then sold ultimately here would have made you a profit of $2,424. So the software runs on your iPhone, runs on Android, it runs on any computer. It's literally about $1 a day to use it. It's a 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. I just gave you 5 examples of it working real time and how it works. It tells you when to buy, when to sell. It's easy to use. It's easy to set up. It runs on your iPhone. I have live coaching every week in the members area, and there's a private Discord community where you can be part of a community with 1,000+ other people in that community. So if that's interesting to you, links are right down there below in this video. I will also pin in the comments, I will pin a link to the software as well. So go check it out. I'll see you. Thanks. Bye.